Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Keenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. With jet sweep pass. Fights off a defender. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now on the return. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Offense set on first down. Quick handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
The give to the left side. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And tackled there by the defense.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they will score! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
7, North Carolina, 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick strike complete. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Tar Heels are marching down the field. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, TCU 7, North Carolina 0.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Balls at the 14.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Steps away. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
First and 10.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops.
And the TCU offense will take over. First and 10.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The throw to the outside is complete.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
pass on the way. It's picked off. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Okay,
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Jackrabbit.
They'll give it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Wide receiver shows motion. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Flips it out in the flat. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up 3. It's 3rd and 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. He lobs one high down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Moving away from pressure. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Off play action on first down. Floats it out in space. On the move at the 30. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands, too. We've seen them pluck 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
Good timing on the quick out. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. They'll throw it on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. The sweet feet buy a little time.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll line up for a second down play. They go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for it all. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Wide out in motion. They try to get it outside on the left. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receiver's better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. Pass to 30. And he breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
1st and 10 coming up. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
At the end of the 3rd quarter of play, with the score, North Carolina 28, TCU 14.
1st down to start the drive after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to move it through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And a nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, they're going to be throwing it right here, you think. So O-line's got to step up.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The running back has it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
Trying the left side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
He'll bring it out. It's Moon. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here. Just
running toward the tape. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going. Nice job.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll try the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he's going to run it back. That is a decision he will likely regret.